I was running, barefoot, through the forest. My breath was tearing my chest apart. My heart pounding like it wanted to escape my body. Branches slapped my face. Thorns cut into my skin. Stones bruised my feet. I didn't care. All I knew was that if they caught me, I would be married to a spirit. Stop her. She's escaping. Don't let her reach the river. Voices thundered behind me. Men, women, elders. My people. My own people. I stumbled and almost fell, but I forced myself back up. Tears blurred my vision, but I wiped them angrily with the back of my hand. No. I wouldn't let them take me. Not like this. Not to him. Not to the Spirit King. I burst through thick bushes and saw the river ahead. Moonlight reflected on the water like broken silver. My heart jumped. If I could cross it, they said the spirits couldn't follow. That was my only hope. I rushed forward. Then something grabbed my arm. Adaeze! I screamed. Let me go. It was my uncle Okari. His grip was strong, unbreakable. Others surrounded me instantly. I was trapped. Please, I sobbed. Uncle, please don't do this to me. He looked away. I'm sorry, my child. That was when I knew. They were really going to give me away. To save the village. To save themselves. At the cost of my life. They dragged me back as I cried and struggled. My body felt weak. My spirit felt broken. The drums were already beating when we returned. Boom. 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 Like a funeral. My funeral. Women stripped me of my torn clothes and wrapped me in white fabric. They rubbed strange oil on my skin. It smelled bitter and sharp. They painted symbols on my forehead and wrists. I sat there shaking. Silent. Empty. My mother pushed through the crowd. My daughter, she cried. She fell in front of me and held my face. Adaeze, my baby, my only child. Mama, eu espero. Save me, please. She sobbed. I tried, she said. I begged them. I knelt. I fasted. They refused. Why? I asked weakly. Why me? She closed her eyes. They said you were born under the spirit moon, she whispered. They said you were marked. Marked. Like an animal for slaughter. The chief stood up. People of Yumua, he announced. Tonight, we offer this bride to the Spirit King. In return, he will spare us from drought, sickness, and death. People shouted in agreement. I wanted to scream. I wanted to curse them. But my voice was gone. They lifted me onto a wooden platform and began to carry me toward the sacred forest. As we moved, I searched faces. My friends. My neighbors. People I had grown up with. Nobody met my eyes. Some were crying. Some looked relieved. Some looked afraid. But nobody stopped it. Not one. If you're enjoying this story so far, don't forget to like and subscribe right now. It helps me continue bringing you powerful stories like this. The forest swallowed us. Dark. Cold. Silent. The drums stopped. Only footsteps remained. Crunch. 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 We reached the shrine. It was a circle of stones around an ancient tree. Its roots twisted like snakes. Candles burned without wind. The air felt heavy, like something was watching. They placed me in the center. My hands were tied. My legs trembled. The priest raised his staff. Spirit King, he called. We bring you your bride. My heart nearly stopped. The wind changed. The candles flickered. The ground vibrated. Then, mist rose from nowhere. Thick. White. Cold. It wrapped around me. People stepped back in fear. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't breathe properly. Adaeze, my mother screamed. I reached out. Mama. Her voice faded. Everything faded. The forest. The people. The world. I felt myself sinking. Falling. Floating. I opened my eyes. I was no longer in the forest. I stood in a vast field of glowing flowers. The sky shimmered like water. Tall crystal pillars rose into the clouds. Soft light covered everything. I was in another world. Fear crushed my chest. Where am I? I whispered. Welcome, my bride. I froze. The voice came from behind me. Slowly I turned. He stood there. Tall. Powerful. wrapped in dark robes that moved like smoke. His skin glowed faintly. His eyes were not human. They looked like deep stars. Endless. Cold. Beautiful. Terrifying. My knees buckled. I stammered. You're the Spirit King. Yes, he replied calmly. I shook my head violently. No. I don't want this. Send me back. Please. He watched me quietly. You were offered, he said. You are mine now. Tears streamed down my face. I didn't choose this, I cried. They forced me. I know, he said. That surprised me. You know? I see all, he replied. Silence stretched between us. My chest rose and fell rapidly. So you're going to kill me? I asked in a small voice. He looked away. No. My heart skipped. Then what will you do to me? He stepped closer. Every instinct told me to run, but my legs wouldn't move. You will live here, he said. As my wife. My stomach twisted. I don't even know your name, I whispered. He hesitated. Call me Azrael. I swallowed. Azrael, please let me go home. He stared at me for a long time. Then he said softly, if I let you go, evil D. And in that moment I realized, my life had just become his survival. I stared at him, my mouth slightly open. You will die? I repeated. Yes. Azrael replied simply. The way he said it was calm, like he was talking about the weather, like his death meant nothing. But, how is that my problem? I asked bitterly. I didn't ask to be here. He nodded slowly. I know. Then why should I suffer for it? My voice cracked. Why should I lose my life because of something I never chose? He looked at me, really looked at me, for the first time. And for a moment, I saw pain in his eyes. Because this is the law of my world, he said quietly. And the law of yours. I laughed bitterly. Law. I scoffed. You call this law? Taking innocent girls and trapping them forever. He didn't respond. I wiped my tears angrily. So what now? I asked. Am I your prisoner? Your sacrifice? Your toy? His eyes darkened. Never say that again, he said firmly. I flinched. I will never harm you, he continued. You will have everything you need. Comfort. Protection. Respect. Except freedom, I replied. Silence. That was my answer. He turned and began to walk away. Come, he said. I will show you your chambers. I hesitated. I'm not following you. He stopped. If you stay here, the spirits will come, he said. What spirits? He glanced around. Not all beings here are kind. That was enough. I rushed after him. We walked through glowing paths and floating bridges. Creatures I couldn't understand passed us. Some bowed to him. Some stared at me with curiosity. She's human. Is that her? So fragile. Their whispers made my skin crawl. We entered a massive palace made of crystal and light. It shimmered like it was alive. This is where you will live, Azrael said. I looked around in shock. The room was beautiful. A soft bed. Flowing curtains. A pool of clear water. Flowers that glowed. It looked like heaven. But it felt like a cage. He turned to leave. Wait, I said. He stopped. Am I allowed to talk to my mother? I asked quietly. Just once. His jaw tightened. No. My heart shattered. Why? Because attachment makes pain worse, he replied. Whose pain? I snapped. Mine or yours? He didn't answer. He disappeared. I collapsed on the bed and cried. I cried for my mother. For my village. For my dreams. For my stolen life. Hours passed. Days. Time felt strange in this place. Sometimes it felt fast. Sometimes slow. Servant spirits brought me food. It tasted like nothing. I ate only to survive. I stopped speaking. I stopped smiling. I stopped hoping. One evening Azrael came back. You haven't eaten, he said. I'm not hungry. You will weaken. I don't care. He sighed. Why are you punishing yourself? Why are you punishing me? I replied. He sat down across from me. I never asked for this either, he said. I looked at him sharply. What do you mean? I was cursed long ago. he admitted. To rule alone. To depend on human life to survive. Who cursed you? My own brother, he replied quietly. He wanted my throne. I frowned. You had a brother? Yes. What happened to him? He is dust, Azrael said coldly. I shivered. Silence returned. Why don't you hate me? I suddenly asked. He looked confused. For what? For being the reason you're trapped, I said. For being human. He shook his head. You are not my curse, he said. You are my consequence. That sentence stayed with me. Weeks passed. He began to visit more often. Sometimes we talked. Sometimes we argued. Sometimes we just sat in silence. One day I asked, do you ever feel lonely? He looked away. Every moment. My heart softened. Another day he asked me, what do humans dream of? I smiled sadly. Simple things, I replied. Love, family, peace. He nodded slowly. I have never had those. I began to see him differently. He wasn't a monster. He was trapped. Just like me. One night, I had a nightmare. I saw myself fading, turning into light, disappearing. I woke up screaming. Adaeze. Azrael appeared instantly. He held my shoulders. It's okay. You're safe. I was shaking. I don't want to die here, I whispered. He froze. You won't, he said firmly. But you said. I will find another way, he interrupted. How? I don't know yet, he admitted. But I will. That was the first time he sounded desperate. After that, he became obsessed with searching ancient records. Magical scrolls. Forbidden texts. He barely slept. Barely rested. One evening, I confronted him. You're destroying yourself, I said. I can't lose you, he replied immediately. My heart skipped. Why? I asked softly. He hesitated. Then he said, because I love you. Everything stopped. You what? I didn't mean to, he said quickly. It happened. I stared at him. Love. From a spirit? From my captor? From my husband? I don't know how I feel, I admitted. But I know. I don't hate you anymore. He smiled for the first time. A real smile. If you're still watching and enjoying this story, tap the like button now and drop a comment. It means more than you know. That night, something changed between us. We talked for hours. About my childhood. About his past. About fears. About dreams. For the first time, I felt alive again. But deep inside me, a voice whispered, happiness never lasts. And soon, I would learn how right it was. Happiness never lasts. I learned that the hard way. It was a quiet morning when everything began to change. I was sitting by the glowing pool, dipping my feet into the warm water, when I noticed something strange. My reflection. It was fading. Not disappearing completely. Just becoming lighter. Blurred. Like mist. I pulled my feet out quickly and stared at my hands. They still looked normal. But fear crawled up my spine. Azrael. I called. No answer. He was in the archives again. Searching. Always searching. I stood up and walked toward the restricted wing of the palace. He had forbidden me from going there. But fear is stronger than rules. The doors were sealed with light. I touched them. They opened. Inside, the air was cold and heavy. Shelves stretched endlessly, filled with glowing scrolls, floating books, mirrors, and stones that whispered. I walked slowly. Then I saw it. A mirror. Different from the rest. Dark. Cracked. Breathing. I don't know why, but I walked toward it. When I looked inside, I screamed. I saw myself. Older. Weaker. Transparent. Lying in Azrael's arms. Dead. My legs gave way. That mirror shows fate. I turned sharply. Azrael stood behind me. His face was pale. You weren't supposed to be here, he said. That's my future? I cried. That's how I die. He closed his eyes. Yes. My chest felt tight. When? I whispered. 3 months, he replied. The world tilted. 3 months. I laughed weakly. That's all I have left. He rushed to me. I'm trying to change it. How? I asked desperately. By reading books? There is a ritual, he said quietly. Hope sparked. A ritual? Yes, he continued. It can transfer the curse. To who? I asked. To me, he replied. I stared. You mean you will die? Yes. No. I shouted. I won't allow it. I will, he said firmly. I've lived for centuries. You haven't even lived properly. That's not fair, I cried. I don't want to live if you die. He cupped my face. Listen to me, he said softly. Loving you taught me what life is. That's enough. Tears streamed down my face. Why are you doing this? I whispered. Because I love you, he replied. We held each other. For a long time. From that day, everything changed. Every moment felt precious. We laughed more. We argued less. We touched more. We talked more. We loved harder. Sometimes I would wake up at night and just watch him sleep, memorizing his face, afraid of forgetting. One night, I asked, Do you regret meeting me? Never, he replied instantly. Even if it kills you? Especially if it saves you. That answer broke me. The spirits began to act strangely. Whispers followed me. Shadows moved. A woman appeared in my dreams. Tall, beautiful, cold. Leave him, she would say. He belongs to us. Who are you? I asked once. I am Lyra, she replied. His first bride. I woke up screaming. I told Azrael. His face darkened. She shouldn't exist, he said. What do you mean? Every bride before you died, he replied. Their spirits were supposed to rest. Then why is she haunting me? He clenched his fists. Because the curse is weakening, he said. Everything is unraveling. Weeks passed quickly. My body grew tired. I slept more. I ate less. Sometimes I felt cold even in warmth. Sometimes I forgot simple things. My mother's face. My village songs. My favorite color. It scared me. One evening I broke down. I'm disappearing, I cried. Piece by piece. Azrael held me tightly. I won't let you go, he whispered. But I could feel his fear. He was losing hope. Then one night, I overheard something. I was walking toward the garden when I heard voices. Spirit elders. Hidden behind light. She must die, one said. The curse demands it, another replied. If she lives, our world collapses. She is human. Replaceable. My blood ran cold. She is my wife, Azrael growled. Then choose, an elder said. Her or your kingdom. Silence. My heart stopped. I choose her, Azrael replied. Without hesitation. I covered my mouth. Tears fell. I ran back to my room. That night I made a decision. If you're still here, thank you. Please like this video and comment what you think will happen next. Your support keeps this channel alive. I would not let him die for me. I would not let his world fall. I would choose myself. The next morning, I smiled like nothing was wrong. I kissed him. I laughed. I told him stories. I held his hand. And inside, I planned my goodbye. I became very good at pretending. Pretending I was okay. Pretending I wasn't scared. Pretending I wasn't breaking inside. Every morning, I woke up with a smile. Good morning, my king, I would say. And good morning, my queen, Azrael would reply, kissing my forehead. He had started calling me that. My queen. It still felt strange. And beautiful. And painful. Because I knew I wouldn't be here much longer. I began secretly visiting the Forbidden Library again. At night, when he slept, when the palace was quiet, I searched for one thing. A way to end the curse. Without killing him. Without destroying his world. Without letting the spirits win. Scroll after scroll. Mirror after mirror. Stone after stone. Nothing. Until one night, I found it. A small book hidden behind a broken pillar. It looked ordinary, but it burned my fingers when I touched it. I almost dropped it. Inside, written in fading light, were the words, "The Heart Exchange." My heart pounded. I read. Slowly. Carefully. It was a ritual. A forbidden one. It allowed two beings from different worlds to share one life. One body. One destiny. One soul. But There was a price. One of them would disappear forever. Not die. Disappear. No memory. No spirit. No trace. Gone. I sat on the floor and cried. If I did it, Azrael would live. His world would survive. But I would be erased. No one would remember me. Not even him. My chest hurt. But I smiled through my tears. It was perfect. He would be free. Even if he forgot me. The next few days, I treasured everything. His laugh. His voice. The way he frowned when thinking. The way he held my hand when afraid. One evening he noticed. You've been acting strange, he said. How? I asked. You're too happy, he replied. I laughed. Is that bad? No, he said slowly. It's scary. I looked away. Azrael. I whispered. Yes. If I disappeared one day. He stiffened. Don't say that. Just answer. I insisted. What would you do? I would tear worlds apart to find you, he said. My heart broke. I hope you never have to, I replied softly. The night of the ritual came quietly. No storms. No warning. Just silence. I wore a simple white dress. No crown. No jewels. Just me. I wrote him a letter. My hands shook. My love. If you're reading this, I'm already gone. Don't hate yourself. Don't hate this world. Loving you was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Live. Laugh. Be free. That is my last wish. Always. Adaeze. I placed it on his pillow. Then I walked to the sacred chamber. The heart exchange circle glowed faintly. I stepped inside. Spirit of balance. I whispered. Hear me. The ground trembled. Light rose. Do you give your existence willingly? A voice asked. Yes, I replied. Do you release your bond to memory and identity? Yes, I cried. Do you accept erasure? Tears streamed. Yes. The light exploded. Pain tore through me. My memories began slipping. My mother. My village. My childhood. Azrael. I screamed. No. Wait. A voice echoed. Too late. Suddenly, I felt arms around me. Adaeze. Azrael. He was there. How did you? I read your letter, he said desperately. I followed the energy. Leave, I cried. It's too late. I won't, he shouted. He stepped into the circle. Stop, the voice thundered. I choose her, Azrael said. Take me instead. No. I screamed. I love you, he whispered. The light blazed brighter. Our hearts burned. Our souls intertwined. Then, darkness. Silence. Nothing. If you're still watching, please like and subscribe now. The ending is coming, and you won't want to miss it. When I opened my eyes, I was lying on grass. Real grass. Green. Soft. Wet with morning dew. Birds were singing. Real birds. Not glowing ones. Not spirit echoes. Birds. I blinked slowly. My head hurt. My body felt heavy. But I was alive. I sat up quickly. Where am I? I looked around. It was my village. Yumua. My home. The mud houses. The tall palm trees. The dusty road. Everything. Just like before. But something felt different. The air was lighter. Peaceful. Free. Adaeze. I turned. My mother was running toward me. Her wrapper half-tied. Her face wet with tears. My daughter. She grabbed me and held me tightly. You're alive. You're alive. I hugged her back. But my heart felt strange. Empty. Like something important was missing. Mama. I said softly. What happened? She pulled back and looked at me. You don't remember? She asked. Remember what? Her smile faded. You collapsed near the shrine 3 days ago, she said. We thought we lost you. Then you woke up this morning. I frowned. That's all. Yes, she replied. What else should it be? I opened my mouth, then closed it. I didn't know. I felt like I had lived another life. Loved someone deeply. Lost something precious. But I couldn't remember what. Days passed. I returned to normal life. I helped my mother. Fetched water. Went to the market. Laughed with friends. But every night, I dreamed. A man with starry eyes. A palace of light. A voice calling my name. Adaeze. I would wake up crying, not knowing why. One evening, a stranger arrived. He walked into the village quietly, tall, handsome, wearing simple clothes. But his presence, it changed the air. People noticed, whispered, "Who is that? He looks strange. He doesn't belong here." I was returning from the stream when I saw him. Our eyes met, and my heart stopped. Something inside me exploded. Love, memory, loss, all at once. He stared at me like he had seen a ghost. "Adaeze," he whispered. My knees weakened. How do you know my name?" I asked. He walked toward me slowly. Tears filled his eyes. "I've been searching for you," he said. "For months." "Searching for me?" I repeated. "Yes," he replied. "Across worlds." I shook my head. "I'm sorry, sir. I think you're mistaken." His face broke. "You don't remember," he whispered. "Remember what?" I asked. He laughed softly through tears. "Of course you don't." He reached into his pocket and brought out a folded paper. "This is yours," he said. I took it. It was a letter. My handwriting. My name. My heart pounded. I read, "My love, if you're reading this, I'm already gone." My hands began to shake. Tears fell before I understood why. "I wrote this." I whispered. "Yes," he said. "Who are you?" I asked. He hesitated, then said, "I am Azrael." The name hit me like lightning. My head throbbed. Images flashed. The palace. The light. The kiss. The sacrifice. "You," I gasped. "You're my husband," he said quietly. I collapsed. He caught me. I cried. I didn't know why, but I cried like I had lost everything. He held me gently. "I didn't want to disturb your life," he said, "but I couldn't stay away." "What happened?" I asked weakly. "The ritual worked," he replied. "The curse is gone. The spirit world is free." "And me?" I whispered. "You were erased," he said. "From that world. From memory. Then why are you here?" "Because love doesn't forget," he replied. We sat under a tree and talked for hours. He told me everything. Every detail. Every sacrifice. Every tear. I listened. My heart remembered before my mind did. Slowly, feelings returned. Not memories. Feelings. Safety. Warmth. Belonging. Weeks later, he asked, "Can I stay?" "Why?" I asked. "Because I still love you," he said. I smiled. "I think I still love you too." He stayed. He learned farming. He learned trading. He learned being human. Sometimes he would look at the sky sadly. "Do you miss it?" I asked. "Only sometimes," he replied. "But I have you. That's enough." We married again. This time, by choice. Not sacrifice. Not fear. Just love. Under the sun. With laughter. With blessings. With freedom. And every night, when he holds me, he whispers, "Across worlds, I will always find you." And I believe him. If you enjoyed this story, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps me bring more powerful stories like this to life.